Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do just an everyday makeup tutorial. This is a look that I've been doing for the past couple weeks and I feel like it's really wearable. And I also did a halo eye, which I haven't done in a long time. I just kind of recently figured out that it seems to be the most flattering for my face shape and my eye shape. And my dog Mila is here with me. But basically I feel like this is just a super wearable everyday look. And if you wanted to glam it up, you could add like a winged eyeliner or make it a little more vampy and do a dark lip. So if you guys want to see how I achieved this makeup look, then just keep on watching. So to start out, I always like to let my primer and my color corrector kind of sit for a little while so it can kind of absorb, and I feel like my foundation goes on so much better once I've already let it set in. I use the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer to prime my face. I love this stuff. I think it's really nice and it's more affordable. And then I use the Maybelline Master Prime by Face Studio Primer and Base, and this is a color correcting cream. Okay, I recently rediscovered this foundation and I've had it for like over a year, and I don't know why I stopped using it because I'm kind of obsessed with it again. It's the NARS Sheer Glow. Using my fingers, I just dab some on my skin. And I like to start off with kind of a small amount and then slowly build up. I feel like I get the best coverage that way. Yeah, and I have a scab here because I was dumb and I picked up my skin and made it worse than it was. But it's healing. Like, it feels fine, it's just red. But that's what foundation and everything is for, so it's fine. I don't wanna leave this place without you. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I'm just using a beauty blender from Ulta to blend this out. And now I'm going to put on some lip balm, and this one I recently discovered. A really good friend of mine told me about this, and it's by Smith's. It's the menthol and eucalyptus balm, and it smells incredible and it works so well. Like, my lips have been so much softer, like so consistently, ever since I started using this. You can pick it up at Sephora. And I'm obsessed with it, so you should definitely get it. So now while my foundation kind of settles in, I'm going to be using my Milani eyebrow pencil. It's the Milani Easy Brow, and it is in the shade dark brown. And I love the little spoolie at the end. It's really nice. I'm going to be going darker on the outer edges and lighter on the inner, inner corners, so it's not too like boxy there. So I start by kind of outlining the outer upper corner and then doing the same for the bottom. And then filling that in. Other side as well. And then from there I'm going to trace along the bottom of the inner corner, but just really lightly brush it to the side. So then after I've filled them in, I'm going to go back through them with the spoolie and get extra product out. That's one of my favorite things about this brow pencil, is that once you first apply it, it's a little intense. But then once you go back through with the spoolie, it looks so natural. now I look terrifying because I have no eyelashes and dark eyebrows. But it's okay. We're gonna fix that, so don't worry about it. So now to prime my eyes, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer, and it's the shade Fair Clear. And then I just use a tiny bit of that and then blend it in with my finger. And that's just going to make sure that your eyeshadow stays in place and that it doesn't crease. So now for eyeshadow, I've been really into doing a halo eye every day. So to start out, I'm going to be using my Naked 2 Basics palette, which I love. I'm just obsessed with it. And I'm going to be using the shade Stark, which is just kind of a cream color. And I'm going to use that as my base kind of all over my lid. And another thing I like about this palette is that they're all matte shades. And I'm using the e.l.f. eyeshadow brush to blend it. And then I'm using the Real Techniques, what is it called? The Deluxe Crease Brush, I think? Yeah. I'm using that to blend in that same shade. Just all into my crease and making sure there's no harsh lines. Next, I'm going to take this brush by Real Techniques. I'm not sure which one this is, but it's just an eyeshadow brush. And I'm going to be using one of my new favorite palettes. It's by Too Faced, and it's their Natural Eyes palette. And it has so many beautiful colors in it. And so I'm going to be starting with this one, which is Cashmere Bunny, and it's just a matte brown shade. I'm going to put it on the outer corner, and I like to kind of press it on and bring it a little bit into the outer V. And then I'm going to put it on the inner corner as well. And then you're going to make a halo and put it into the whole crease. Basically, you're putting it everywhere except for the center of your eyelid. And to help build up kind of a defined crease, I'm going to be using this brush by Eco Tools. It's just a flat brush, and I'm taking the same shade, Cashmere Bunny, and really defining the crease with that, and kind of bringing it out at the end. And then I'm going to go back in with the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush and just put more of the shade, what's it called? Stark from the Naked 2 palette, just to blend out the darker brown that I just applied. Then on the center of my eyelids, I'm going to be using my finger to apply this shimmery kind of rose gold color, which is called Push Up. And I'm just going to press that on in the center of my eyelid. Now for highlight, I'm going to be using my Lorac palette, which is my favorite one. It's the Lorac Unzipped one. I'm going to be using the shade Undercover, which is just kind of a shimmery white shade. Okay, so my camera stopped recording, so it kind of missed a part of it, but basically all you missed was that I lined my waterline with the Maybelline Master Kohl, I think it is. It's just a kohl eyeliner, and it's in Midnight Brown. And then I'm going to be using the Maybelline Unstoppable eyeliner in the shade Cinnabar. I swear this isn't like sponsored or anything, I just really like Maybelline's products, and I mostly use Maybelline. So if they want to sponsor me, that would be great. So I'm just going to be using this to line my upper lash line. And I'm going to do this really kind of messy because I just kind of want it to have a smoky effect. I don't want it to be like a solid line. So now that I've lined my eyes, I'm going to go in with the Sonia Kashuk brush. I should really learn how to say that brand name because I always butcher it, but it's the 105 brush, and I'm just going to use that to kind of smoke out the eyeliner and make it a little less solid. You could even use your finger for this, you don't even really need a brush. I just don't want a thick straight line, I just want it to kind of intensify the look a little bit. So, I'm going to be using the NYX Wonder Pencil in light clear, and it's just a kind of like white nude pencil, and this just makes my eyes look a little bigger. And I'm also going to use it a little bit on my inner corner just to brighten that spot up. So now we're going to start with our concealer, and I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Concealer. It works so well for concealing like under eye circles and stuff like that, so I love using this even though it's tattoo concealer. So you don't really need very much of this, it's really effective. So I just do a couple tiny dots on my hand and just kind of pat that onto my eyes. And now that I've concealed the dark circles, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Anti-Age Rewind and use that to kind of brighten up under my eyes. So I'm going to use this kind of in a little bit of a V because it's very brightening. And then again, I'm going to blend that with my finger. Now that I'm done concealing, I'm going to start baking. I haven't had a chance to pick up the Laura Mercier translucent powder yet, but I really want to get it because everyone raves about it. For now, I'm just going to be using the Mineral Power Finishing Veil Translucent Powder by Maybelline. Now I'm going to be taking a beauty blender and covering the beauty blender with the powder. Basically, you just pack it on and then let it sit for a little while. And then once it's kind of been sitting for a while, you brush it off. And I just recently started doing this. For a long time I didn't really see the point. But then I realized that it seems to be really brightening. And so I started doing it a couple weeks ago, and I really like the effect it has. So now that I have that on, I'm going to start letting that sit, and I'm going to be using my new favorite brush, which is by Real Techniques, and it's the retractable kabuki brush. And look at this. Look how exciting this is. You pull the lid off, and then you slide it down. I love it. So I'm going to be using this brush with the Maybelline Fit Me powder in 220. And this powder is very nice and mattifying. So I use this to set the rest of my face. And then using the same powder, I'm going to be using the setting brush by Real Techniques and go kind of the smaller areas. I'm going to continue to let this set on my face, and while I wait for that to kind of dry a little more, I'm going to be using the Smashbox Contour Kit. So I'm going to use this brush by Sephora. It's the 52 Contour Powder brush. And I'm going to be using the middle shade, which is just a bronzing shade. I'm going to use that in all the places that you would contour. And then I'm going to be using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer in shade Medium Deep. And I'm going to be using the Smashbox contour brush that came with the contour kit to apply that. And now I'm gonna curl my lashes. This is just a generic eyelash curler, I think from like Ulta or something. So now that I've let this powder sit for a little while, I'm gonna be using the setting brush by Real Techniques that I used before and just kind of brush it off my face. I'm going to be using the eyeshadow brush that comes with the Naked 2 palette, and I'm going to be using the bronzer from the Smashbox contour kit and apply that to the side of my nose.
I saw you in the shadow of the night. These skies move like brighter than the sunshine.
I'm going to go back into the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette, and I'm going to use the shade that I used in the center of my eyelids, the shade Push Up, which is this one right here, and I'm going to apply that to the center of my lower lash line. And then using an angled brush by Real Techniques, I'm going to be using Cashmere Bunny, which is the shade that I used to do the halo, and I'm going to apply that on my lower lash line as well. And then to highlight the inner corners, I'm going to be using this shade called Silk Teddy, which is just a really light pink. And now for mascara, I like to use two different mascaras. I like to start off with the Maybelline Great Lash Mascara in Blackest Black. And I feel like this is really good with lengthening the lashes. And then I'm going to be using a different Maybelline mascara. It's ridiculous how much Maybelline I use. This is the Lash Sensational, this is so hard to say, Lash Sensational mascara. And this one is really good at making your lashes look really thick and full. So I'm just going to use this on my upper lashes. Okay, so my camera just shut off again, which is really annoying. So I'm just gonna catch you up on everything that I did before it shut off, or after it shut off. I used the Milani Baked Blush in the shade Berry Amore. It's this pink with these really pretty like rose gold swirls in it, which I love. And I applied that with the MAC 187 brush, and after that I used this highlighter by Smashbox, and it's the LA Lights Hollywood and Highlight stick highlighter, and it's this really pretty like super iridescent highlighter. So I use this on my cheekbones, my forehead, my nose, the bridge of my nose, and my chin and my lips. After that, just to set the highlighter, I went in with the Makeup Academy fan brush and the Smashbox contour kit and used the highlight shade and use that everywhere that I use the other highlighters just to make sure that it lasts. Now she's making an appearance. Hello. And then just to set all of my makeup, I used the Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray with oil control, and this just makes sure that your foundation and all of your makeup stays in place all day and it won't crease and it won't kind of fall. Also it has oil control, so like my T-zone where it gets oily, it won't get as oily throughout the day. And it says to use it in an X and T formation, but I feel like that doesn't last as well, so I like to use it all over my face, and then my makeup seems to last a lot longer. So this is the completed look. I really hope you guys found this helpful. If you have any questions or if you have any videos you'd like to see in the future, just let me know down below. Next, I either want to do a haul video with some Nasty Gal stuff that I recently got, or I want to do a lookbook with some Nasty Gal stuff. So if there's one of those that you'd rather see more than the other, also let me know down below. And also I'm going to stop trying to have a like weekly scheduled upload day just because I'm trying to finish out high school and dance, so it's like everything in the world is going on right now, so it's like way too stressful to like even think about uploading on YouTube. So I just kind of do it when I have free time. So just so you know, that's why there hasn't been a video since the beginning of the year. Make sure to follow me on all my social medias, which are in the description bar, and subscribe and like the video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Ew. Come here! Silly puppy. Okay, bye.